So here we go, the Lupo is finally back from its extended trip to the garage. Well, I say extended trip, it did actually come back last week, but I've been really busy, so I haven't really had a chance to get around to it. It has been about 5 or 6 weeks since we last made a video with this car, so let's take a quick recap and let's take a look, is this car now done and ready? So the last time this car was on the channel, you saw me doing some fixes, like the front shocks and fixing a gearbox oil seal, and a few other bits. And obviously in the process I actually managed to break the gear shift mechanism so that it wasn't selecting all the gears and it was stuck in like first and second. But so I went off to the garage to have that fixed and have some other bits done and see if we could get it through an MOT. So I actually found a spare shift mechanism for the garage to fit. Obviously it's a common problem for these to be really stiff on a Lupo, and they've actually changed that, and as you can see now the gear shift super smooth, changes all the gears, and the battery's actually dead on the car, so I can't show you me starting it, so you can hear that the exhaust is now no longer blowing in like 5 different places. So obviously the aim of the garage was to put a couple of bits right that I couldn't really do in my drive and get it through an MOT, so it did need a few other fixes. It was a list nearly as long as my arm. Track rod ends, ball joints, wheel hub, there's a few different other bits. And it was fairly hefty bill considering the actual value of this car, so shout out to Victor's Auto Centre in Swansea because they did look after me. But the car now has an MOT, which means legally it is roadworthy, which means shortly I can take this thing for a proper drive and see what it's actually like on the road. But before I do that, there are still a few more things to fix. So the first fix, which I'm hoping is going to be a nice easy fix, is down in there. It's the spring spacers that I actually put in the car to stop the wheels rubbing on the arches. They don't seem to be doing the job, so either they need to be pushed up higher or I'm going to have to get new ones. So I'm going to wind those up and see if that makes a difference, and then we'll jump on to the next fix. I guess it is, but it means that as I'm going over bumps and driving the car, these wheels ain't going to be rubbing on the arches where I'm scratching the tyres up. Okay, hopefully those spring spacers moving up the spring a bit puts an end to the rubbing of the wheels on the wheel arches, but we won't know till I actually drive it later on. But before then I'm going to do the other fix, and the other fix is the driver's window regulator, which somehow managed to break. Hence the duct tape holding the window up, so I'm going to have to peel all that off, get the old one out, get the new one on. But before that I need to take the battery out because the battery is flat. So even if I do change the window regulator, I won't know if the window goes up and down because the battery's flat. So let's do that and then jump onto the door. Okay, so from what I gather online, the window reg should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get them off. 2 Phillips screws on the motor. Put them on the new one. Put that all back in. And hopefully at some point in between I don't drop the window, because I'm hoping that duct tape will hold it. But I've never done one of these before, so let's see how this goes. Okay, after a lot more effort than it should have taken, finally got that off, which is the window motor and the old regulator. The new regulator is here, so I'm going to fit the new regulator onto the motor, get that back in, slide that window up, get that in place, and then button it all back up. So let's try and get some of that on film, because I didn't get much of it on film of me taking it out, because, well, it took me a lot longer than it should have, and I was swearing a lot. So let's try and do it in reverse without all the swearing. Okay, other than putting the door back together, that should be that now done. So I'm going to have to throw the battery back in, plug the power back in, and see if that goes up, because right now it's stuck in a down position. So let's do that. Okay, window regulator is now all done. It's sort of working again. It actually goes up and down, but it needs a bit of help. So I think it's actually the window motor that's going, but I'm not going to deal with that now. It's working, it's done. As far as I'm concerned, all the repairs are done on this car now. Can't actually show you the window working because the battery has gone flat again, so I'm going to have to give that an overnight charge. And then all that is left to do is clean it and put it up for sale. So this could well be the last video with the Lupo. Whether or not I make another video of me cleaning it again, I'm not sure yet. But, you know, obviously this thing has cost me a hell of a lot more than what I originally planned. I mean, I paid 221 quid for the car, and I'm probably about £1,000 into it now, and it's probably not worth a lot more than that. So I think it's about time to start looking to sell it and move on to another project. So it'd be a bit of a shame to see this car gone, but there really isn't much left for me to do with this car. And obviously I want to keep this channel going, and I want to get on to start doing something, you know, a lot more exciting. I mean, I've learned a lot with this car, and obviously it has helped me grow the channel slightly. So, you know, I'm definitely looking forward to my next project, and this car is gonna, everything I make from this car is gonna go into funding that next project. So thanks for watching this video, and if you have enjoyed the video series I've done with this car, then make sure you subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for what's coming next. So thanks.